So for this section of the webinar, I'm joined by those that have engaged charity and business together in a commercial environment. And I'm going to start with a brief conversation with Natalia Palma, who is Commercial Director at Trison here in the UK. So Natalia, you have quite a bit of experience of driving initiatives into business and integrating with charitable projects. And what's your experience with that? How did you first get involved?
I think back on it, it was actually my first role as marketing manager back in the day for Drake & Morgan, and part of the responsibilities as what was being called the guardian of the customer was to make sure that we were also delivering that value of what I call positive impact through our full, end-to-end ecosystem. So that involved very much, and one of the great things about Drake & Morgan is it really cared about the community where the sites were located. So we used to do a lot with our place in Southwark there, along with the local community and support local initiatives. I think we also did something with House of Bears. I think that was the name of the charity at the time, where we do different campaigns linked to back if you ate, a vegan dish, we'd make donations. So all the way back at when I first started my career, there was always this nod towards making that positive impact and being very much local in the community where you live or where you work. Sorry. I was just going to say, I think that's carried itself all the way through my career ever since that very first discipline of doing good should be part of your everyday and making it matter all the way through as well.
And why do you think, along your career in the business that you worked in, why do you think that's something that you've pulled through and continue to do to this day?
I think maybe it's because I know it's the right thing to do. And actually, when you speak to everyone, regardless, when you come to work, everybody wants to make a positive impact. And I call it democratizing doing good. We're in the world where there are so many causes and so many charities and so many initiatives that touch people in different ways and matter to different people due to different circumstances and where they are. And one thing that I've learned to adapt for, which is why I call it democratizing doing good, is that rather than imposing like this singular charity, which often is still what's done, and there's nothing wrong with that, but also giving avenues to, when you work in a global business or startups or scale-ups, that if you suddenly have an office in Poland, they will have causes that matter to them that might not be necessarily transferable to making it matter to those that work in the UK. So it's been about finding things that you can combine on and doing initiatives that work and make a difference. We had some pledges in where I previously worked, where actually it was just about doing something good for the day. And I empowered the local subsidiaries to pick what that was and what mattered to them. And it was vastly different, the things that came back, but it was by empowering them that you can do good. And it's about doing good, that's the mandate, rather than saying what the cause had to be, I found was an interesting part. And a lot of people, will do things that they don't even communicate back into the business, whether it be charity runs or races. And you just start asking them, why do these causes matter? And suddenly you've got all of these stories that enrich, and people get inspired by it as well.
So final question, Natalia, thanks for sharing your time with us today, but I just wanted to explore a little bit your experience of measuring the effect and the impact on engaging corporate with charitable projects.
I think it comes down to visibility and transparency. I think there's so many good things that happen out there that we've always been doing, that businesses do, that people do, that we don't measure or view. So I think it's about bringing that visibility both internally, so people get inspired by great stories and great initiatives, all the way through to externally, so customers can see what it is and who they're buying from. It really helps gauge, understanding who you're working with. So I think the part of it comes down to acquiring new business and understanding what a business is, and I do think that positive impact plays a part. The second part is talent acquisition. As it becomes harder and harder to find the right people for the right roles, we are seeing this as a differentiator when you look at some of the stats out there that people are reviewing. Okay, what does business X do differently from business Y? Why should I join them? What's their culture like? What do they do for the climate or the community? So this once again helps and being genuine on that portrayal. And then lastly, I think doing more good and seeing that makes you want to do more. And we know that you know, the hotelier thing where you've got a little card that says if you pick up your towels, it helps save the amount of water and just reuse it. By giving the messages, you want to be part of making change and be a part of that collective. And I see that communicating that helps do more great things.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing your experiences with us for the purposes of the webinar, Natalia. It's been great to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.